Tomorrow I'll be coming over. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, no. I mean, you're actually in the way, though.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Exactly what it sounds like, of course. You're really in the way. Why are you coming over in the first place? I mean, this house was just newly built, and you're going to bring a whole vibe of poverty with you. You're not planning to move in with us, are you?
Alyssa, I'm not quite sure I understand what you're trying to say. Tomorrow is the housewarming party, right? I thought you invited all the relatives to gather and celebrate together. That's why you asked me to come, isn't it?
My parents are, of course, welcome to come, but I don't recall inviting you. Why would you come as if it's a given that you're supposed to be there?
Kyle invited me. Are you telling me you didn't want me there? After all the support I've given? That seems hard to believe.
What? I don't recall you giving us any support whatsoever. Besides, it's only natural for parents to support their children. My parents would never be so self-righteous as to hold that over my head.
Well, sure. That may be true, but I'm still your husband's mother. I'm Kyle's mother too, and by extension, I'm your mother-in-law. Don't you think it's a bit much to treat me like I don't matter? I've helped out with a lot with the house too, so...
Wait a minute. You're not seriously thinking about moving in with us, are you? Because if you are, let me be clear. There is absolutely no chance of that happening. Do not even think about it.
I never said anything about wanting to move in with you.
Oh, really? Are you sure you're not secretly eyeing our new house and planning something? But I heard that you're actually planning to live with Kyle's younger brother, Chris. That's what I've been told, so don't you go changing plans without consulting anyone, okay? I'm telling you now, living together is off the table. Absolutely not happening. I'm sure you already understand that though, don't you?
I understand, but there's no need to be so harsh about it, is there? And again, I never said anything about wanting to live with you. Have you ever been listening to what I've been saying?
Whatever. I just can't deal with people who don't have any money.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Sorry to say this, but I absolutely refuse to take care of you in your old age. It's just not going to happen. I know it must be tough for you with your husband gone, but that's not my problem. Just don't get involved in our lives, okay? For me, it would be a huge inconvenience if you did. I absolutely refuse to be dragged down by someone without money. There's no way I'm going to let a poor person like you ruin my life.
Hold on, Alyssa. What exactly do you think you're saying right now? Calling me poor? That's incredibly rude and insulting, don't you think? What exactly do you take me for?
A poor beggar, I guess.
Alyssa, enough. I'm coming tomorrow to celebrate you. You're being unbelievably rude. I don't know what kind of misunderstanding you're under, but I expect you to show at least some basic courtesy.
Well, you wouldn't have to worry about that if you just didn't come, would you? You seem so eager to come to our house, and I'm just suspicious. You're not planning on showing up because you need money again, are you? Anyway, for your own good, I suggest you don't come tomorrow.
What? Need money? What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're getting at, but I'll see you tomorrow. Kyle, there's something that's been bothering me a little.
Huh? What is it? The house was built without any problems. It's perfect. Brand new.
Well, that's actually what I wanted to talk about. Has Alyssa misunderstood something about me? She said something that made it seem like I'm asking for money, but that's just absurd. I would never do something like that. So how could she even get such a strange idea?
Wait, what? Alyssa said something like that? I don't really know why she would say that, but, you know, women can be like that sometimes, right?
Like that? What do you mean by like that?
You know, they tend to misunderstand things and say weird stuff. But hey, I wouldn't know anything about it, and Alyssa probably didn't mean it seriously anyway. It's better if you just don't worry about it.
It's not just a matter of me worrying about it. I'm asking because I want to understand how this misunderstanding even came up in the first place. That's why I'm asking you. And did you not tell her about the details regarding the house? Like the budget? If she knew that, there's no way this kind of misunderstanding would have happened, don't you think?
She probably knows everything she needs to know. I mean, maybe I might have forgotten to mention a few small details, but that's not really something we need to dig into too deeply, right? Seriously, don't stress about it.
Kyle, I don't really understand what you're saying here. What do you mean by not digging too deeply? Are you telling me you didn't explain everything to her? Because if you didn't, then that's probably why this misunderstanding is happening. I really want to clear things up before this gets worse. Can we sit down and have a proper conversation about this tomorrow? I don't like the idea of this confusion being left unresolved.
Wait, hold on a sec. Were you planning to come over tomorrow?
What are you talking about? You're the one who invited me in the first place.
Well, yeah, but you're not that close with Alyssa, so I didn't actually think you'd come. Are you coming with Chris?
Yes, Chris and his wife are planning to come too, and I'm coming with them. But the way you're talking, it sounds like you don't really want me to come. What's that about? What are you trying to say?
No. That's not what I meant at all. You're just overthinking this, really. So, see you tomorrow then, and don't worry too much about Alyssa. It's best if you just avoid talking about it altogether, huh?
I don't understand at all, Kyle. I'm asking because I want to know more details, but you're not listening to a single word I'm saying.
Wow, you actually came. I should have put up a sign saying old hag's not welcome. Seriously though, why don't you just head back home already?
Alyssa, I can't believe you can say something like that.
Well, I didn't say it directly earlier because of Kyle, obviously. But look, there's nothing for you here, so why don't you just go home already? I don't remember inviting you to our new house. We don't do charity work here, and we definitely don't entertain money-hungry old hags. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
You might regret saying things like that. You really have no idea what you're doing, do you?
Regret? Oh, what's gonna happen, huh? Seriously, you're talking like you're someone important. Well, newsflash, you're not. You're just a washed-up, broke old woman. There's nothing I want from you. Just leave already, okay? And do it quietly so you don't ruin the mood for everyone.
I understand exactly what you're trying to say now. But trust me, you're going to regret this. Are you sure this is what you want? Does Kyle know you're saying these things?
Of course he knows. Kyle said I can do whatever I want. He told me he doesn't care if I cut ties with you. You're his mom, but clearly he doesn't care about you at all. It's honestly hilarious how little respect he has for you.
That might be true. I see. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing anymore. It seems like there's a lot Kyle hasn't told you yet. But that's no longer my concern, is it? If cutting ties with me is really what you want, then so be it. I'll leave now. Goodbye, Alyssa.
Oh, please, just go ahead and leave already. We both know you're just saying that because you're bitter. Honestly, neither Kyle nor I care about anything you have to say.
Goodbye, then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Just remember, today might be the last fun day you have for a while.
Answer the phone! What the hell is going on? There are workers here saying they're going to demolish the house. They've even brought in heavy equipment. I asked Kyle, but all he's doing is freaking out. He just keeps saying ask her. What's happening?
I've decided to demolish the house. Is there a problem with that? It was my land and my house after all.
What? What are you even talking about? That makes no sense.
That house was built on my land, and the house is in my name as well. I had it built according to your and Kyle's wishes, but now I've decided to pass it on to my younger son Chris and his wife. So I'm having it demolished and rebuilding it for them. You've had enough time to enjoy the new house, haven't you? It's time for you to move out so the construction can proceed. It's not your house anymore.
Wait. What are you even talking about? This is Kyle's and my house. What's this nonsense about land and names? This is absurd.
I knew it. Kyle never told you, did he?
What? What didn't he tell me?
Well, Kyle really wanted to give you a new house. You were always comparing yourself to others, complaining about how your friends had new houses and how much you wanted one too. Kyle wanted to make you happy. But then his company went under. I bet he didn't see that coming.
Wait, Kyle's company collapsed?
Yes, he tried to buy a house for you to meet your expectations, but after his company went bankrupt, he couldn't even get a loan. So he came to me. Since I own a lot of land in the area, I had a few properties, but you and Kyle insisted on a brand new house. I lent him the land and helped with the construction cost. That's how you got your new house.
This is crazy. This is completely insane. If what you're saying is true, that means Kyle, my husband Kyle, has been lying this whole time. He's been unemployed, secretly living off your money and hiding it from me. That makes him a total loser.
Well, loser might be a bit harsh, but yes, that's the truth. The house you've been boasting about, that new house you're so proud of, it's thanks to the poor old woman you were so eager to insult. Isn't that ironic?
No. That has to be a lie. Kyle told me. He said you were the one asking for money. He said you were in debt, and that's why we were barely making ends meet each month. He said he was lending you money every month.
No, Alyssa, still don't get it? The reason you and Kyle are barely scraping by is because he hasn't had a job since the company went bankrupt. Do you even know if he's been making any money at all since then?
So, wait, all of this is true?
Why would I lie? Anyway, I've had enough of this conversation. I need you to move out as soon as possible. We can't start the demolition work with you still there, and frankly, you're just causing trouble. You tried so hard to kick me out of the house, but it turns out you're the ones who have to leave after all. Funny how things work out, isn't it?
Wait! You can't just spring this on us out of nowhere. Talk to Kyle first. He's your son. And look, I know you're mad about how I acted yesterday, but you can't go this far. This is too much, don't you think? This house is brand new. We just moved in. Tearing it down is crazy.
The fact that I'm willing to go this far just shows how much I don't want you living here anymore.
What? Do you really hate me that much?
It's not just you. I'm fed up with Kyle as well. But Chris and his wife are expecting a baby now. They need a proper home, and this land is perfect for a large house. I've already decided to tear down this place and build a 2-family home here for Chris and his new family. You two have had your fun in the new house. It's time to make way for the future.
Wait a minute. You're tearing down our house to build a new one for Chris and yourself? That's incredibly selfish. Have you ever considered how this affects us? We're supposed to just move out because you feel like it? That's completely unfair.
Unfair? You're calling me selfish? I'm not the one who insulted my mother-in-law, calling her poor and useless. I'm not the one who tried to sever ties with my husband's family just because I thought I was better than them. Remember, you're the one who told me you didn't want me in your life, didn't want me around. So fine, you don't want me? You won't have the house either. And frankly, I'm done with you and Kyle. I've had enough of both of you. You're no longer my concern.
No, please wait. You can't just do this. What are we supposed to do now?
That's not my problem. You brought this on yourselves. Good luck figuring it out with your husband. I'm sure you two will manage. Somehow.
Mom, please pick up the phone. I'm in real trouble here. I have nowhere to live, and Alyssa is about to kick me out too. She's even talking about divorce now. Can you believe it? Why is it coming to this? We just built that house.
Kyle, you should be ashamed of yourself. You've been telling Alyssa all these things about me, making me out to be the bad guy. And now you come crawling back to me for help? Do you even have any idea how much money I've lent you over the years?
I thought you'd help me out because I'm your son.
The money I lent you is not a gift. It's a loan, Kyle.
What do you mean?
It's just a debt. I have all the promissory notes for the money I've lent you until now. I've consulted a lawyer, so once you start working again, I'll be expecting you to pay it all back immediately.
Wait a minute, Mom, are you serious? You plan on taking back the money you gave me?
I never gave it to you. I lent it to you. Don't get it twisted.
But why, Mom? That house was supposed to be mine. You can't just suddenly decide to give it to Chris instead? Did he somehow convince you to do this? Is that what happened here?
Kyle, wake up. What you're doing right now is honestly disgraceful. Lying to both your mother and your wife to get money isn't a way to live. You should be thankful that Alyssa is letting you stay at her house, considering how things are going for you. I'm cutting ties with you for a while because if I don't, you'll keep relying on me. You'll end up being a burden on Chris too.
Cut ties? Are you out of your mind?
You were the one who said Alyssa could do whatever she wanted when she tried to cut ties with me.
I just didn't want to deal with upsetting her.
Well, good for you. Now you can sever ties with me too. And as for the money I lent you, I'll make sure to collect it properly. You need to find a job and figure your life out.
Mom, wait. What about my house? You can't just take that away.
You should earn your own money before thinking about owning a house. Do your best with Alyssa. Work together. I'm just an outsider in this situation. Goodbye.
You decided not to demolish the house after all, didn't you? I heard this from Chris's wife.
Oh, you're still in touch with her? It's perfectly fine for you to maintain contact, but I'd appreciate it if you could refrain from getting involved any further in our lives. It would be quite inconvenient if you were to come over to the house unexpectedly. If you really don't want things to escalate to the point of involving the police, I would ask that you please stop any further actions.
I have no intention of doing such a thing. I had no idea that Kyle had just barged in uninvited. He himself regrets it now and has been thinking about his actions.
So you're not going through with the divorce after all?
There have been a lot of ups and downs between us, but after reflecting on everything, I think I also have my faults. So I've decided to forgive him for what happened.
I see. That must be quite tough for your parents too, having to witness all of this.
Kyle has recently found a job through my parents' connections, which has been a relief. He is finally taking things seriously and working hard. I really wanted to reach out to you to sincerely apologize for my past behavior.
Huh? You want to apologize to me?
Yes, absolutely. I'm really sorry for saying such rude things before. After hearing all the circumstances from Chris, it opened my eyes to the truth of the situation we were in. Now I'm also working myself. We are both trying our best to get our lives back on track together.
I'm surprised. I never expected to receive an apology from you. Alyssa, it seems you really have come to your senses and matured through all of this.
I sincerely apologize for being rude all this time. I didn't know that you were helping out with our living expenses during those difficult times. I feel terrible about that.
It's fine now. It's all in the past, and we can't change what has already happened. You both are still young, and if you've decided to work hard as a couple, I truly hope you put in a lot of effort to make it work. I'll leave it to you to take care of everything from now on. However, please don't overdo it either. Remember to take care of yourselves. Well then, thank you for taking the time to contact me. I appreciate it.
You take care of yourself too. I'm truly sorry for everything that has transpired.
Thank you for realizing the situation and reaching out to me. I hope you both work hard for a brighter future ahead. I have been maintaining my silence with Kyle as usual, keeping a distance and avoiding any communication with him. It has been quite a long time since I last heard from him, and I've grown accustomed to this state of being without him in my life. The memories we shared are now distant echoes, but they still linger in the back of my mind. However, recently, through Chris's wife, I learned some news that took me completely by surprise. Alyssa is pregnant. When I first heard that news, a whirlwind of emotions surged within me. I felt a mix of curiosity, concern, and even a hint of nostalgia. On one hand, I found myself wondering how they were handling this significant change in their lives. On the other hand, I couldn't help but reflect on my own feelings regarding Kyla and Alyssa, especially considering the tumultuous history we all shared. The thought of them starting a family together raised so many questions in my mind. Questions that I had to confront as I processed this unexpected information. It seems that Kyle is now working seriously, striving to be more responsible. I've heard that he is genuinely trying to make an effort to turn his life around, which is something I never thought I would see happen. This newfound dedication includes working hard to pay back the debt he owes me, which is a remarkable change in his behavior. His commitment to paying the debts shows a level of responsibility that was previously lacking in his character. This shift in his attitude gives me hope that he is on a better path. And moreover, it appears that they have managed to move out of Alyssa's parents' house together. This step signifies a degree of independence and maturity that Kyle seemed to struggle with in the past. The fact that they are living on their own now suggests that they are trying to build a life together, separate from their families, which is a significant milestone. It's a step towards self-sufficiency that I hope will serve them well in the future. As I think about all of this, I feel somewhat relieved that he seems to have learned something from that experience we went through. The hardships and challenges that they faced must have contributed to his newfound determination. Life often teaches us lessons in unexpected ways, and perhaps this is one of those moments for him. It's a realization that the struggles we endure can lead to personal growth, and I hope Kyle has genuinely taken the time to reflect on his actions and their consequences. Despite the pain associated with our past, I want to believe that Kyle has truly come to understand the impact of his decisions on those around him. It's important for people to learn and grow from their experiences, and I want to hold on to the hope that he is becoming a better person, one who is capable of taking responsibility for his actions and the effects they have on others. If we ever meet again, I hope to be able to smile and forgive him. Forgiveness is a powerful thing. It not only helps the person being forgiven, but also offers a sense of peace to the one doing the forgiving. I realize that holding on to resentment only weighs me down, and I want to move forward with my life without that burden. The thought of letting go is liberating, and I want to embrace that freedom. Meeting Kyle again would present an opportunity for both of us to acknowledge the past, but also to look toward the future. I want to be in a place where I can genuinely wish him well and mean it. I believe that people can change, and I'd like to think that he is on that journey of change now. I want to be able to recognize the efforts he has made and appreciate his growth as a person, even if it took time for him to reach this point. As I reflect on my own journey, I find that I have also undergone significant changes. The experiences I've had, both with Kyle and Alyssa, have shaped me into a stronger and more resilient person. I've learned the importance of self-love and self-acceptance, and I'm no longer willing to settle for less than I deserve. This journey has been transformative, and I am grateful for the lessons I have learned along the way. I've had my share of struggles, and I understand that everyone has their own path to walk. If Kyle is truly committed to being a better person and making amends, I'd like to support that in whatever way I can. Life is too short to dwell on past grievances, and I want to embrace the idea of new beginnings, both for myself and for those around me. In reflecting on all of this, I realize that my feelings toward Kyle are more complicated than I initially thought. There's a part of me that still feels hurt by what happened, but I also recognize the importance of letting go. Life has a way of moving forward, whether we are ready or not, and I want to be a part of that forward motion. I don't want to be anchored by the past. I want to sail into the future with hope and determination. With Alyssa pregnant, there are new dynamics at play, and I can't help but wonder how this will affect their relationship. Will they be able to build a stable family together? Will Kyle continue on this path of responsibility, or will old habits resurface? I hope for the best for them, but I also understand that the road ahead may not be easy. Parenthood brings with it a unique set of challenges that can test even the strongest relationships. The thought of Alyssa becoming a mother fills me with mixed emotions. She and Kyle have had their share of ups and downs, and now they are stepping into a new chapter of their lives. I can only hope that they are prepared for the challenges that parenthood brings. I imagine that this experience will force them to confront their past mistakes and grow as individuals and as a couple. I want to believe that they will rise to the occasion, but I also know that it requires a lot of work and commitment. As for me, I will continue down on my own journey, cherishing the lessons I've learned from my experiences with Kyle and Alyssa. I want to be someone who can look back on my past without bitterness, someone who can genuinely wish for the happiness of others, even those who have caused me pain. It's a powerful feeling to let go of negativity and replace it with a sense of peace and acceptance. I've realized that life is too precious to hold on to grudges. It's important to forgive not only others, but also ourselves for the mistakes we've made. I want to embrace the future with an open heart, ready to welcome whatever comes my way. I want to live a life filled with joy and gratitude, surrounded by those who uplift and inspire me. In the end, all I want is peace. Peace for myself and peace for those around me. I want to embrace the idea of forgiveness and the possibility of second chances, not just for Kyle, but for everyone in my life. I'm ready to move forward and make the most of whatever comes next. Life has a funny way of working itself out, and I trust that whatever the future holds, it will be for the best. As I think about the future, I find myself contemplating what my life will look like in the months and years to come. I hope to continue growing as a person, to explore new opportunities, and to find happiness in the small things. The idea of starting anew excites me, and I want to chase after my dreams without hesitation. I also want to surround myself with people who support me, who encourage me to be the best version of myself. Building a strong support system is vital for personal growth, and I want to invest my time and energy into relationships that foster positivity and understanding. I want to be there for others as well, to lend a listening ear or a helping hand whenever possible. Ultimately, I want to live a life that reflects my values and beliefs. I want to be true to myself and pursue my passions wholeheartedly. I hope to travel, to experience different cultures, and to meet new people who can teach me about life in ways I have yet to discover. There is so much to learn and explore in this world, and I want to embrace every opportunity that comes my way. While I may not have all the answers right now, I trust that I am headed in the right direction. I believe that every experience, whether good or bad, contributes to our growth as individuals. I want to take the lessons I've learned from my past and use them as stepping stones toward a brighter future. As I prepare to embark on this new chapter of my life, I feel a sense of excitement and anticipation. I am ready to face whatever challenges may come my way, armed with the knowledge and wisdom I have gained through my experiences. I want to be resilient, adaptable, and open to change. In conclusion, as I reflect on the news of Alyssa's pregnancy and the changes happening in Kyle's life, I feel a sense of hope for both of them. I wish them well in their journey as they navigate the complexities of parenthood. I hope that they find happiness and fulfillment in their new roles as parents and partners. And for myself, I am ready to embrace the future with open arms, to forgive and let go of the past, and to create a life that brings me joy and fulfillment. I want to cherish every moment and live with intention, knowing that I have the power to shape my own destiny. While life may throw challenges my way, I feel equipped to handle them with grace and strength. I have learned to adapt and overcome, and I will carry that knowledge with me as I move forward. My experiences have shaped me into a person who is resilient and capable, and I won't let fear hold me back. As I think about the relationships in my past, I want to cultivate those that bring positivity and joy. I want to spend time with people who inspire me and motivate me to be my best self. I hope to create a network of friends and loved ones who will support me through thick and thin, and I will strive to do the same for them. In the journey ahead, I am committed to embracing change and growth. I want to continue learning and evolving as a person, both in my personal and professional life. I hope to take on new challenges and push myself beyond my comfort zone. Life is an adventure, and I want to make the most of it. I also recognize the importance of self-care and taking time for myself. I want to prioritize my mental and emotional well-being as I navigate the complexities of life. This means making time for activities that bring me joy, practicing mindfulness, and seeking balance in my life. I want to be the best version of myself, and that starts with taking care of my own needs. As I reflect on my past, I realize that every experience has contributed to the person I am today. I want to honor those experiences and the lessons they taught me. I hope to use my journey to inspire others, to show them that it's possible to overcome obstacles and create a fulfilling life. I want to be a source of encouragement for those who are struggling. Life can be challenging, and I understand the importance of having someone to lean on. I want to offer support and understanding to others, just as I have received in my own life. As I look ahead, I feel hopeful about the future. I believe that good things are coming my way, and I am excited to embrace new opportunities. I want to approach life with an open heart and an open mind, ready to welcome whatever comes next. I also want to be patient with myself as I navigate this journey. Change takes time, and I want to allow myself the grace to grow at my own pace. I understand that setbacks may happen, but I won't let them deter me from my path. Instead, I will view them as opportunities for growth and learning. In closing, as I contemplate the new chapter that awaits me, I am filled with a sense of gratitude. I am grateful for the experiences that have shaped me, for the lessons learned, and for the support I have received along the way. I am ready to move forward with confidence, knowing that I have the strength to create a life filled with purpose and joy. I look forward to what lies ahead, embracing the uncertainties and the possibilities that await me. Each day is a new opportunity to grow, to learn, and to create a life that reflects who I am and what I value. I am ready to step into this new phase of my life, filled with hope and excitement for the journey that lies ahead.
Is it true that you guys are holding the wedding in Hawaii?
Oh, hi, Brooke. Yes, we are.
My husband and I are allowed to treat ourselves while we're there, right?
What?
You guys are paying for everything for us, right? I need to plan things for now. I can't wait!
If your husband is coming, then you need to pay for him. I'm only going to pay for the family.
Are you serious? Why are you so petty?
I will just tell you straightforward, but you guys haven't paid us back yet.
Oh, did we borrow money?
Yes, you did. I have the IOU to prove it. It's past the deadline and you decide to ask me to pay for the whole trip? Are you for real right now?
The IOU and the trip are a different story. Don't we have the right to have fun in Hawaii?
Of course you do, but with your own money. If you want me to, why don't you pay me back first?
Wow. You are so mean. Why did my brother marry someone like you?
I can't believe that a kind-hearted person like Mike has to have a self-centered little sister like you.
Are you making fun of me?
Maybe? Anyways, like I said, if your husband wants to come too, you need to pay for him. If you want us to pay for him also, then you need to pay us back first.
Ugh, what a bitch. We're not going to go then. Is that okay for you?
That's up to you. A few days later. Have you gotten any texts from Brooke?
Nope.
Okay, so I guess she's not attending. I need to count the attendees now, so...
She said that she won't go, right?
Yeah, she wanted us to pay for her husband.
Oh my god, we told her that it's not possible like 1,000,000 times. We don't need to waste time talking to her, okay? She was just like this since she was little, so I'm tired of her.
Something is really wrong with her because she doesn't remember borrowing money from us, but I will make sure that she pays it back.
Thank you, Layla.
Brooke didn't like the fact that I married you.
That doesn't matter. She just wants a person who listens to her. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Anyways, Brooke and her husband are not attending, so I will not count them. I really hope that she doesn't complain later on. 2 weeks later.
OMG. Hawaii is so beautiful.
What? You guys are in Hawaii? I didn't know you guys could afford it.
What are you talking about? We came all the way here to attend the wedding. Be thankful.
What? I thought you guys weren't going to attend.
We weren't going to, but decided to have fun and party instead of attending. You will pay for us, though, right?
What are you talking about?
You will pay for the hotel and the plane tickets, right? I booked everything using my parents' credit card so you can pay before they find out.
Are you being serious right now?
Yes. Oh, and can you also forget about the IOU?
Excuse me?
My husband took off from work to come here, so if you think about that, don't you think that we don't need to pay back?
Okay. Wow. Just... wow.
Tomorrow is the checkout date, so please pay for us, okay? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wait. Tomorrow?
Yes?
I hate to break it to you, but the wedding was last week.
What? Last week?
Yeah, I don't know what you were blabbering about, but we are already back in the States already.
Hold up. You guys aren't here anymore.
Nope. Actually, everyone already came home. What are you guys doing there?
Wasn't the wedding yesterday?
Didn't I just say it was last week? You said that you guys weren't going to attend.
Wait. How are we supposed to pay for the hotel then?
Why are you asking me?
You're going to pay, right?
And why should I do that?
Are you serious? We came here for your wedding.
You just said that you went partying. Plus, isn't it common sense that you pay for your own trip?
But there's no way I can.
Why don't you ask your husband? I won't help you whatsoever, so bye.
My husband can't help me either. Wait, I can't reach my brother. I thought you guys would pay for us. This is a scam.
A scam? Let me see. You booked for the plane and luxurious hotel with your parents' credit card and partied spending a lot of money. Did we do anything?
I just talked to the receptionist and got told that if I don't pay, I'm going to be arrested. Please come and help me.
There's nothing I can do. I sent you an invitation, but you mistook it. So for you to say that it's our fault, you got problems.
I'm panicking now because I thought you would pay for us.
Nothing will change even if you apologize or beg me, you know. Talk to your husband and do something about it.
My husband left me.
What?
OMG. What should I do? I'm going to be arrested.
Wow. Your husband is as much of an ass as I expected. Well, you are yourself, so what a perfect match.
Don't you even feel sorry for me?
Not at all. Everything is your own fault. Mike and I are also cutting ties with you, so...
I'm literally crying my eyes out.
You're such a drama queen. Mike is cringing right now, you know.
No one is going to help me? What should I do?
You should take time and regret about how you acted this whole time.
I'm regretting it now, and I will apologize to you, so please help me. I don't want to get arrested because of this.
Well, it's kind of too late. Sorry, but we're going to be going on our honeymoon soon, so you won't be able to reach us anymore in a little bit.
Wait, if you're at the airport, come to Hawaii. We're family, so why won't you help me?
OMG. How much of a self-centered person are you? Oh, and about the IOU, I hired an attorney to seize your property and your wages, so you'd better pay us back. We added interest also, so good luck.
I'm sorry, but what? What do you mean?
Have fun in Hawaii. Bye. After the incident, Brooke tried to reach out to her family, but no one helped her, so she ended up getting a criminal record. Her family got pissed and told her to never come back, so she left and nobody knows where she is now, but I think it's better not to know. Her husband was able to come back to the States safely, but found out that his salary was seized and is now working unpaid, feeling embarrassed since everybody knows about it. If they paid us back from the beginning, they would have lived a different life.
Mandy, how late are you going to be out tonight? You hurry back to this house right now and start making me something to eat. Because you've been out of the house all day, my stomach has been in pain waiting for you to come back and cook. You really are the most useless woman ever if you're willing to let an older woman starve because you want to be out of the house all the time. I have been acting like your parent this whole time, so come home and show me the respect I deserve. I am starving. I'm sorry, Isla, but I'm at the hospital right now, though. I've had to stay here a bit later than I was expecting, so I won't be home until late tonight. Could you please make something for yourself? Huh? The hospital? Why are you, of all people, at the hospital right now? You're asking me why I'm here? Because just a little while ago, you came at me with a boiling hot cup of tea and threw it on my face. And because of that, my right eye has had a really hard time staying open due to the swelling. The doctor has already had a look at it and said that it might be very difficult for me to see out of my right eye for a while after today. And what does that have to do with me? What? I don't care about any of that. Now you get your butt home right now and start making me dinner. You are so stupid. Who do you think you are going to the hospital like that without my permission first anyway? I don't ever remember saying I was okay with you leaving this house. Now you get back here. Now! I'm sorry, Miranda. While texting with you, I was asked by the doctor to go with him and have some more exams done on me. He's done everything he can and gave me some medication and wraps to use to help my face, and I'm sorry. It's about time. Making me wait an hour for a response like that. I can't believe you did all of that without telling me. You really are nothing but trouble, Mandy. I'm sorry for leaving the house without your permission. But Miranda, why did you come out of nowhere with scalding hot tea and throw it at my face? Tell me, what did I end up doing wrong that required you to do such a thing to me? You're asking me? Mandy! I threw that tea at your face because you said you were going to that wedding. What? You were going on about it being your little brother's wedding or something like that. But that would mean you'd leave this house, you stupid idiot. That's why I had to discipline you. You deserve to have your face burned and right eye screwed up. You can't be serious. That is my little brother, my one and only brother, and one of the last members of my family. That's why I wanted to go to his wedding. Shut your mouth right now. I will not take that kind of talk from a complete stranger like you. I will have you thrown out of this house if you think you can slack off from your chores to be at your little brother's wedding. Now, if you still have any plans to go there, then go right ahead. But you will not be coming back to this house. Understood. I'm sorry. Don't you ever show me that kind of poor behavior ever again. Kyle, there's something I'm kind of wanting to ask you right now.
Oh, Mandy, why are you texting me this late at night?
This has to do with your wedding tomorrow, actually. At the moment, I have a lot of bandaging around my face, covering my right eye. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people asking a lot of questions about me, and I might be taking their attention away from you, but would it still be okay for me to attend?
What? Your face is all bandaged up. What happened to you, Mandy? Did you get into a serious accident or something?
I really don't think I could call it an accident, but...
You're lying about that, right? There's no way. That's completely messed up. Nothing about that is normal for someone in your shoes to have to go through. Mandy, how are you normally being treated over at that household?
How am I normally being treated? I like to think this is how things are for me every day.
Are you kidding? So you're telling me things like sustaining second and third degree burns on your face due to your mother-in-law is a common occurrence there?
Well, I'm sure what happens here isn't right. Actually, this was the first time I'd been hurt this badly by her. Normally, she'd just be pushing me down the stairs or throwing away my cooking and making me start again. There have also been times where she'd lock me in my room for a day or two.
She would lock you in your room for a day or two? None of that is anywhere close to normal, and it's outright dangerous. That is all absolutely screwed up what you're having to go through. Nothing about that is normal. And what happened to your husband? He's living there with you as well, right? Has he not been saying anything to his mom about how she's treating you?
All he says to me is that things were a lot worse for him when he was younger, so I'm actually being treated pretty nicely by her.
Huh?
Well, I was always a little bit spoiled when I was younger, right? And that can be seen by how useless I am now, right? Well, my mother-in-law has stepped in for Mom and Dad and has been raising me the right way by disciplining me.
Wait a second. Are you actually being serious right now, Mandy?
Yes. I'm actually really thankful for what my mother-in-law has done for me. However, she told me that if I go to your wedding tomorrow, she would have me exiled from her house. And I'd never be able to go back there. Oh, that's left me feeling a little bit confused now. What should I do now? I'm not feeling good about either choice I have. I can't believe that someone as kind as her would say she'd have me exiled from her house like that.
Mandy, pull yourself together, please.
What?
Look, you and I, for the longest time now, we've both been raised with very different views of things from everyone else, right? I mean, Mom and Dad both beat us a lot when we were younger, and that's why we feel like we were always the bad children and they were perfectly good parents. We never had the luxury of having loving parents, and we're told that all of our family members outside the house were fake and just trying to tempt us away from them, right?
Well, they were, and that's why Mom and Dad never let us meet with any of them, because they were too kind.
Well, that was all wrong!
What do you mean?
My wife, when she learned about how much hell I'd been through at home, she made sure to show me what a true, loving family was. She and her parents both gave me the warmth that my body had been needing from a family all my life. Right now, I'm living with my wife's parents, right? Well, they have both done all they could to show me what having real, caring parents is like, and I thank them every day for that. When I come home to them, I scream out that I'm home, and they greet me with hugs and kisses. That's the way normal families should be.
There's no way. That can't be true, right?
I'm sure that's what you want to think, right? All right, I get it. At the moment, you don't want to go home to your family, right?
Not really. Actually, I don't think I can because of what my mother-in-law said.
Then you come to our house. I just spoke with my mother-in-law, and she said it was totally okay for you to come here and stay the night with us. She said she'd even get the bath all warmed up and ready, although you might not want to go in if your face is burnt.
What?
You're still out and not near your in-laws' house, right? If you tell me where you're at, I can ask my father-in-law to drive us out to come get you. So please, tell me, Mandy.
How long have you been out of this house now without coming back? It's because you've been gone for so long now that the house is a mess. I'll forgive you for not coming home at all and making me my early morning breakfast if you come home right now, you idiot woman. I'm no longer going back to that house. Huh? Do you have any idea what you're saying right now? Today, I'll be at my little brother's wedding. Here, I'll be meeting with my real family and enjoying their presence. I even stayed with some of them last night, and that's where I learned what a true family is like, and how horrible things have been in that toxic environment you call home. What are you going on about right now? I am not here to listen to you go on about your delusions, so get home and start doing the chores right now. I am not going back. And since I'm a complete stranger, like you said, there is nothing I'm attached to there anymore. Huh? A while back, you threatened to have your son divorce me and even went out to get all of the divorce papers filled out and ready to hand into the courthouse, right? Well, I took those from you after that day and had been holding on to them every day since. And just a little bit ago, I went and dropped them off at the courthouse before making my way to this wedding. So I'm no longer a part of your family, fair and square. What did you say? I am no longer your son's wife, which means that you and I are now legally strangers to one another. I may have spent years taking loads of crap from you guys in that house, but I finally had enough of it last night and will no longer call myself your family. From now on, I'd like for you all to rot in hell there. I'm going to make sure that those years of pain and torture you all put me through is thrown right back at you. It's freaking pathetic watching you say things that don't make any sense at all to me. Did you seriously get a divorce from my son? I don't remember ever saying that you leaving my son was okay. I will not let you get away with doing something as selfish as that. Since I've been asking for you to come home all week, yet you haven't made even a single attempt to, I'm having all your things thrown out of your room right now. All of those lovely photos of you and your little brother together will all be thrown into the trash out back and burned up later. Is that really okay with you, Mandy? I'm sure that would break your heart, wouldn't it? Since you're now aware of what I'm willing to do, get your butt back to this house right now. If not even this is enough to make you understand just how much of a screw-up you've been, then I'll have to take even more drastic measures. Go ahead. If you want to toss all my things, be my guest. Huh? Do you have any idea what I'm saying? These are not just empty threats coming from me. I don't really care, honestly. It's not like I ever had much to begin with. Also, there are no photos of me and my little sister over at your house. What? My family wasn't the best when I was growing up anyway, so I never had many photos of my brother and I taken when we were together. I'm sure the only reason you're trying to make threats like that towards me now is because you guys are in dire need of a working drone again, right? Well, I'm not going back to that life. Oh, just get your ass back here right now! The inside of this house is a dang mess, and I will not let it stay this way any longer. Then how about you get back to it and clean your house up yourself? On another note, the bank will be asking you guys to pay off the rest of the loan here soon, so please do what you can to pay it off. Huh? A loan? What the hell are you going on about now? Both that house you all have been living in and the car that you guys have been using were bought with loans, right? And my husband has been forcing me to pay off both of those loans by myself. He told me that since I was the one working, I should be the one to pay off things in the house. And that makes total sense to me. Since you were going to continue working after marrying my son, then you should be putting all that money into the house and family. Yes, and I totally agree with that. Hence why I would put the $2,500 I made each month into the house. Yet that wasn't even enough, so I had to start using up my savings and putting in another $500 every month, making a total of $3,000. But now that I'm a complete stranger to all of you, there's no reason for me to be paying anymore, right? I want for you guys who are still living there and who are still using that car to pay instead of me. Every month you were putting $3,000 into this house? There's no way we can cover that every month for you. I want to know why you were even having to pay that much. Are you trying to lie to me now in order to make yourself look good? No, I think you've just forgotten is all. After you went and had the inside of the house completely remodeled and then all brand new furniture placed inside, the price of things went way up. And then you said when getting a new car that you wanted the most expensive SUV they had on the lot, which only made us have to get a bigger loan. Neither the house or that car are mine though, so there's literally no reason for me to have to pay for them anymore. If you're not going to be able to pay off the rest of those loans, then sell the house and the car. That will be your worst case scenario, I'm sure. I am not screwing around right now. Why do we have to do all of that now? We are not paying for any of this. You are going to be paying for the rest of this house and car, whether you like it or not. Mandy, why are you being such a child about all of this? Stop being such an embarrassment and come here right now to help us. Good morning, Miranda. And what could you be going on about today? Don't you play dumb with me. I just got a call from the police explaining to me that I am a suspect in a crime and need to follow up with them. All I did was discipline you, all right? I can't believe that someone your age isn't aware of the most basic things, and I feel so bad for you because of that. Oh, so that's what you're upset about. Well, that was me who informed the police about what happened. Well, you tell those police to leave me alone and then come back here and pay up. You're screwed in the head if you think that I'm a criminal. Actually, the reason I think you're a criminal is because you are one. And so I had to tell the police about what you'd done. Huh? Even if it wasn't as bad as I first thought, you still assaulted me. There have also been cases of abuse within your house, both verbally and physically. Had I not told the police, then I would have never been able to live with the things that have happened to me. Of course, before I was able to live with what you'd done to me because I thought that was all normal. But now I am very much aware that what happened to me was anything but. So now I'm going to make sure your crimes are handled in a professional and legal way. You hold it right there. I haven't done any of those things to you. Stop trying to frame me for something I haven't done. Actually, you have done plenty of terrible things to me now, and that's why the police are taking all of this very seriously. All because you seem to think that me working a full-time job wasn't enough, and that I had to be home to take care of all the house as well for you all. Then there were times you'd run your mouth about how my cooking was terrible and toss it all. Do you have any idea how much food you've wasted? I put in so much work making food for you and everyone else, yet there were times you wouldn't even try it, instead calling it disgusting before throwing it all away. It's your fault for making such tasteless food for a household of classy eaters. Honestly, I just thought you were always trying to make food for us with leftovers. You can't call what I did a crime when it was only the natural thing for me to do. You really think I'm complaining about that alone? Excuse me? All those days you'd have guests over, I had to be the one to prepare everything. And if there was ever anything wrong, even if it was the slightest mistake regarding those preparations, you'd start to hit me in the back with a broom close to 100 times. Then there were days you wouldn't let me eat anything while locking me in a room. Sometimes that would be for a few hours and other times a few days. There were plenty of times I thought I was going to die in that house. But I had no idea what a good family was and thought the way I was being treated was normal at the time. I always thought there was something wrong with me because my parents spoiled me with the ideas that everything was my fault. And you're right to think that because how you've been treated is normal. I've now had to take on the responsibility of disciplining a useless and dumb woman. And that means you have no right to be complaining about any of it. But the thing is, your house has been anything but normal. When I told my little brothers-in-law all about what happened there, they were all up in arms. And do you want to know what my brother's wife said? She said that the fact my own husband wouldn't even step in to protect me from you shows that he is messed up as well. She told me that my husband most likely didn't even love me. My brother's wife was furious to learn about what happened. And because of that, I finally realized that my husband wasn't meant for me. Having a family of people who had nothing to do with me worrying so much finally opened my eyes to what the problems were. Everything that you guys had been doing to me was all criminal and has to be dealt with. What the actual hell is this? I have no idea what's going on. You have been brainwashed by these fools. Brainwashed? You've just been lied to by this family of heathens, and now you're having these strange delusions about what a family should really be. Don't call my brother and his family heathens. What? They gave me a place to stay when I worried about going back home to you. And they all listened to me and my concerns when I was about to break down and cry. They were all strangers to me who I had never even met before. Yet they were all worried about me and asked me over and over about what happened. This was the first time in my life where I had people around me who showed that they were really upset about what happened and wanted me to feel loved. I can worry about you too. That's the whole reason I've started to message you like this in the first place. The only thing you're worried about right now is the fact that you no longer have a slave in that house, right? I have finally been given the gift of love from a group of strangers and will no longer be going back to the place where I was abused. And until you all have paid for the pain you brought me, I am not ending my talks with the police. I'm not some doll you all can get away with beating up now. Huh? Don't talk back to me like that. Especially when you're the most useless and stupid woman to ever walk this earth. Say whatever you'd like about me, but I am never going to feel scared and saddened about the things you say to me anymore. I'm going to make sure that in order to save everyone else from having to suffer through your guys' hell, that you are all crushed and can no longer get up. If you think you can do anything to us, then show me. The most a weakling like yourself could possibly do to us is make us laugh. I'll show you, though. I'll make you regret ever baring your teeth like that to me. Hey, stop acting like a child and respond to me right now. What happened to all that power you had yesterday? You've always acted like a coward, so I'm sure there's no more fight left within you now. But I've had enough from you, so be ready for the beating of a lifetime. I'll make sure to discipline you with every bit of my body so that you will never be able to talk back to me ever again.
Hello. Sorry for using my older sister's phone. I'm her little brother, Kyle. My sister has had to spend years dealing with abusers and is now sound asleep, finally getting some good sleep at this house. That's why I'll be talking with you right now and letting her sleep in this morning.
Huh? So you're going to be taking her place talking to me then? You have the same blood as that useless woman, so I'm sure you're just as pathetic, right? I'm sure whatever you have to say to me means nothing at all, so get your sister to talk to me right now or I swear I'll...
And why should I have to listen to what a criminal wants? I'll make sure to have our lawyer get in touch with you soon so you can have the much more serious talk with them. And if you're still talking like that, then good luck getting out of this mess you've created.
What the? You guys have a lawyer now?
Well, of course. Mandy needs to make sure she has someone to support her when asking for a settlement from you. And I'll have you know this right now. My sister is not changing her mind on what she wants from you. So I would highly recommend you and your family start working together with a lawyer if you hope to have any chance of lessening your punishments.
Wait just a second. Why are you talking about something like that right now? A lawyer, a settlement? All of that is the kind of stuff you only hear about in dramas.
Well, unfortunately, right now we're dealing with a lot of drama, so this has to happen. What you did to my sister was all crimes, and some of those could have very well been considered life-threatening crimes. I think she has every right to have you all pay her a settlement for the damages and ask that the judge sentence you to some time. I'm hoping that she gets away with pulling a massive settlement from you before you go.
I'm not taking this from my daughter-in-law. I won't let her take anything from me or send me to prison. And having to pay for a lawyer would be a complete waste of our money. Eliana doesn't even have any money left either, so how is she paying for a lawyer in the first place?
If that's what concerns you, just know that my family is paying for her lawyer.
What?
My wife happens to be a lawyer herself, so she was able to find someone in his firm that could help us at a reduced cost. Actually, the man she's found for Mandy is one of the best lawyers in this city when it comes to things like domestic harassment and assault.
Your wife is a lawyer?
Yes, which means she is friends with a lot of the police force and has friends who are detectives as well. She's already got in touch with one of his detective friends, and they've begun to investigate your family to make sure they have accounts of all the things you've done. We already assumed we'd find lots of things like assault and harassment within your family based on what Mandy told us. But who knew you guys were also known for theft and scamming? Seems you guys have been on the run from all of that, too?
You guys were able to find out about all of that as well?
Of course! But you guys were able to run away before the police or anyone could find you, until now. So don't be surprised when the police begin to ask about that later as well, and the judge, of course. We've already told the police about it with the evidence we found, so it's only a matter of time before they come to your house. Be prepared to be taken into their custody soon.
Wait a second, please. You're only causing my head to spin more and more by saying that, so can we please discuss this in...
We're not discussing anything with you anymore. We don't want to be in close proximity to those that not only assault and harass, but rob and scam people as well. It's time for you to be judged for your crimes, right? And once you've had to pay my sister for everything you've done to her, I believe you and your family will be losing everything. Normally, that would leave you on the streets with nothing at all, but luckily, you'll be in prison after paying, so you'll still be fed and housed.
If that happens to me, I won't have a life after getting out. I don't care what all we did. You shouldn't be wanting to send us to jail, right? Do something to stop those police. If you let us all fall, then we'll never be able to get back up.
After all those years of hurting my sister under your oppression, what makes you think I'm listening to you now? This is what you deserve for your crimes, so take it on the chin like an adult and stop being such a problem for everyone. You're nothing more than monsters. I won't let you do any of that crap to anyone ever again. Are you all right, Mandy? I'm glad to hear that your fever has gone down some, but if you want to eat something, please let me know. I can make you something up right now or order something. If you want some ice cream or some jelly, let me know, please.
Thank you, Kyle. I'm sorry for leaving everything up to you in the end like that after passing out. I really am so weak.
What are you saying, Mandy? Your body is so beat up right now that I'd want you going to a hospital if I could have my way. When this is all over with, we're taking you to see a doctor, okay? We need to make sure there isn't something worse going on inside you and that it will all heal with rest and time.
I'm sorry this has all had to happen right after your wedding.
Stop apologizing to me for everything, okay? Also, this is me paying you back.
What?
The one who had always been protecting me from Mom and Dad back in the day was you. You also handled things like my college fees and telling Mom and Dad off when they came looking for me. I know that you've pretty much been doing everything to take care of me.
You knew about all of that?
I'm your little brother, aren't I? Of course I'd find out who was taking care of me like that when it's my own sister. I want to say, you have been working so hard all your life for other people besides yourself. So from here on out, let me care for you. I'm not your little brother hiding behind your back anymore.
That's very true. I can't believe you grew up so fast without me ever noticing. I'm so happy.
Come on now, stop talking like you're my mother or something.
I'm sorry. Someday I'm going to have to thank you properly for all of this.
And I'm telling you, you don't have to. All I ask is that you focus on getting better again. You've put up a fight for long enough now, and it's your time to relax. So from now on, if you're starting to feel unwell or sick, let me know, and I'll be there for you. When you passed out like that, I was freaking out.
Sorry about that. I didn't think that I'd be making all of you worry about me like that. I've always been so used to having to care for myself on my own, so when I saw all of you worrying about me, I had no idea what to do.
I'm sure you're still thinking about everything you'll have to do after today, but look, think of the time you have right now as rehabilitation. You don't have to overwork or anything, just as long as you take the time to feel better again.
That's true, actually. I'll think of things like that then.
See, I want you to start right now learning how to relax and let others do things for you. Actually, I want you to tell me right now how you feel about me. You've never said anything about how you think of me before, right? So give it a try right now.
Now that you mention it, I don't think I've ever spoken out about anyone. Saying this right now is going to be a bit embarrassing. But if I don't say anything, you'll never know, right? So I'll say it. Thank you so much, and I love you a ton, Kyle. In the end, everyone in Miranda's family was arrested by the police and taken to jail, where they all awaited their court hearings. There, I was able to get a settlement from both Miranda herself and my ex-husband, which ended up being for more than they had combined in their bank accounts. Iris was also charged with multiple accounts of assault and 2 charges of attempted murder, while the whole family was charged with things like robbery, grand theft auto, and fraud. And just like I had told Miranda, they all would end up going to prison to do some time, which is actually lucky for them considering they had to sell their house in order to pay those settlements off. So better there than nowhere at all. I think that my ex and his dad would be getting around 5 years in total, while Iris got 15 years, which at her age is pretty much a wrap. I can definitely say one thing though, and that's that she will never be hurting anyone again, and I'm sure the same can be said for my ex too. My brother was very happy with the end results, and I think his whole family was cheering when the trial and everything was over and finished in my favor. When that was all done, we went out for dinner at a 5-star hotel outside town, where I got to have my first ever course dinner and have food cooked for myself for once. I told everyone that since I'd been getting a lot of money from Miranda and them, I'd pay for everyone's dinner. But the moment I brought that up to the family, every single person said no to me in unison, which just goes to show I'm in good hands now. As for myself, I was originally thinking that after my body had healed up and I got most of my sight back in my right eye, I'd leave my brother's family's house. But none of them wanted me leaving their house just yet, and instead chose to have me hired as their part-time housemaid. I am having to do a lot of the chores and cooking I was doing before. However, this time I was being paid to do them while also being thanked and not having to worry about being hurt in any way. My body still has a ways to go in terms of healing, as my face is still getting some work done on it through grafting and having the wraps replaced. However, the doctor did say that in a few more weeks I could keep them off and start taking showers and things like that again. I also ended up going to see the doctor for a full body exam a week after everything was settled, and there I learned that I had broken one of my ribs at one point, but it was all healed up now and not worth worrying about. I was also told to start taking large amounts of vitamin D, since it had been a long time since I last went into the sun and was starting to feel that for sure. All in all, though, my body did end up holding itself together pretty well, and the doctor told me that within a couple of months I should be feeling 100%, as long as I kept on getting the sleep I needed and resting a lot. Right now, I think I'm feeling the happiest I have ever felt, and it only took me close to 30 or so years.
Alice, when are you going to come see us?
I plan to come see you during the long weekend in May. Why do you ask?
You're not going to come see us until May? Ugh, that is too far away. Can't you come over sooner? You're part of this family now. You should make time for your new family, too.
What do you mean by that?
Look, I've told you many times before, but I don't think you understand what it means to marry into this family. We have certain rules and traditions that need to be followed. We have certain expectations of you.
I see. You've told me this a million times, but I still don't seem to grasp the meaning of what you've been telling me.
You married my brother, so I'd like you to come visit more often with him. It's quite simple, really. And don't you think you're being rude to my parents as well? They miss having my brother around.
I don't think that I'm being rude to anyone.
That kind of thinking is what makes you rude. Now that you're married, you should think more about your in-laws and their needs. Don't you want them to like you? The happiness of your husband's family should be one of your top priorities now. Didn't your parents teach you any manners? I feel sorry for you that you grew up to be so clueless.
You're the one that doesn't have any manners. You shouldn't make negative assumptions about my parents. You don't even know them.
I'm not being rude, I'm just stating the facts.
The reason why I haven't been able to come visit you and your family often is because it's difficult for us to take time off work. We're both really busy. If we had the time, we'd come over. Your mother is very understanding about this, so I don't know why you're making such a big deal out of this.
My mom is only being nice to you because she doesn't want to be rude. Deep down, she misses seeing my brother. You shouldn't take her kindness for granted. You haven't been able to produce any offspring yet. Don't you want my parents to meet their grandchildren? I can't believe you're trying to make me look like the bad person here.
I'm not blaming anyone for this situation.
Well, I feel like you're neglecting our family. And you also have a pretty big attitude. I would act more modest around my in-laws. Also, don't you feel bad that you haven't been able to bear any children? I'm sure that deep down my brother and mother feel oh so disappointed. I don't understand why my brother chose you as his wife.
Now you're just being hurtful. Do you have to be so cruel to me? What have I ever done to you? The fact that Alan and I can't have any children is something that we need to work out together. It has nothing to do with you. Besides, I'm getting along just fine with your parents. You're the only one giving me a difficult time.
He got that right. I'm having a hard time getting through to you. I don't understand what Alan sees in you. You're not the type of person I can be friends with.
Wow, you're being honest today.
It's because you just don't get it. You use work as an excuse not to spend any time with us. Alan tells me that you make him do half the housework too. You don't have any children, so why shouldn't you have the time to take care of the house on your own? You shouldn't be asking for my brother's help. I really don't understand you. I feel sorry for your parents too. They have a lousy daughter.
What's it to you? Why do you care so much? I'm sick and tired of you complaining about everything. This is my marriage. Please, stay out of it.
You know that I'm right. You just don't want to admit it.
How much time do you have on your hands? Why do you message me every day? Don't you have anything better to do?
Why don't you get my brother to stop me if it bothers you so much? I'm sure that he's going to side with me, though. He values me more than you.
I do understand that you don't like me, but could you please stop being mean to my family as well? What do you have against us?
I'm just saying you're a lousy wife and daughter.
I heard that you got engaged. He met your parents, right?
How do you know that?
Your mother sent me a photo of you and him when he visited your house the other day.
Why would she do that? You don't have to worry about me, though. I'm going to be a great wife unlike you.
Do you know where your fiancé Kevin is from?
How do you know his name? It's very creepy of you. I don't want Kevin to meet you ever. You're an embarrassment to my family. I'd like you to divorce my brother. Please leave me and my family alone. We don't want anything to do with you.
You haven't answered my question. Do you know where Kevin is from?
He's from the town next to ours.
I'm from the same town as Kevin, you know.
Huh? What's that got to do with anything?
Kevin is my childhood friend.
What's your point?
I just think it's a big coincidence. Kevin and I used to be neighbors. We've known each other since we were small, and we went to the same school together until we graduated high school. I still see him a couple of times a year when we meet up with old friends.
Where are you going with this?
When I saw the photo that your mother sent me, I was shocked to find out that he's now engaged to you.
So you've known Kevin since he was a child? This isn't your idea of a sick joke, then?
This isn't a joke. Your fiancé is one of my best friends. Isn't that so weird?
Yes. It's very weird. In fact, it's kind of creepy. But I'm engaged to Kevin, and there's nothing that you can do about that.
Why would I do anything?
Don't you want to try and say mean things about me to Kevin?
I don't.
I'm sure you'd get a kick out of telling him what a bitch I am to you.
Look, I'm actually a decent person. You're the one bullying me. At least you seem to be aware of the fact that you're a bully to me.
Shut up. And don't say anything about me to Kevin. I finally got him to propose to me. I won't let you ruin this for me.
I see. I know that you've had a hard time finding someone to ask you out. You're lucky that you met Kevin.
Stop patronizing me.
You're 30 and in love with your brother. You're not exactly a catch. It's a miracle that you got Kevin to propose to you.
You're being rude again.
I'm sure that I'm nowhere near as rude as you. You know that, don't you? Or are you one of those people that hurt people and don't even realize it? If that's the case, Kevin is not going to be happy in his marriage.
Look, I get it now. If I apologize, will you not say anything to Kevin?
I think it's a little too late for that. My family and Kevin's family are really close. Kevin would be devastated if he found out what you said about me and my parents.
I had no idea you and Kevin were so close. I'm really sorry for my behavior up until now. I promise to be a better sister-in-law to you from now on. Will you forgive me?
That doesn't sound like a heartfelt apology to me. I'm not out to destroy your relationship with Kevin. I'm not evil.
And you won't say anything to Kevin then?
I don't plan to.
You're nicer than I expected.
Like you said, we're family now. Family is supposed to look out for one another, right? And I'd like Kevin to have a happy marriage. He means so much to me.
I think we started off on the wrong foot. You're actually a good person. I'm sorry I didn't realize that sooner.
So you're going to move in with Kevin's parents, right?
Well, we haven't talked about that yet.
Why not? Kevin told me that he expected you to move in with his parents.
I like living in this town. I don't want to move. There isn't much to do in Kevin's town, and I prefer living with my own parents. And I wouldn't have so much freedom if I had to live with Kevin's parents.
That makes no sense. You're the one that told me that once a woman gets married, she should move in with her in-laws.
It's a little different for me, you see? I already live with my own parents, so it doesn't make sense for me to move out. Kevin is going to move in with us. He told me that he's fine with that.
Does he know that you mean your parents' place and not his?
What do you mean?
If you only said live with your parents, he may have misunderstood you and thought that you were talking about his parents and not yours.
But if I'm the one using the word parents, normally that would mean my parents and not his, right?
Okay, if you say so. I was just a little worried because I know that Kevin divorced his ex-wife because she refused to move in with his parents. I figured that he would expect the same from you, that's all.
What?
I suppose he loves you more than his ex-wife. Lucky for you. If Kevin's okay with it, there's no issue here.
Wait a minute.
I wish you and Kevin all the happiness in the world.
You're not making any sense. I had no idea that Kevin was married before.
You didn't know? Why would he hide that from you? In fact, Kevin's been married twice before, and he has 3 children from his previous marriages. I assumed he told you that.
Well, he didn't. You're making this all up. You're just trying to get back at me.
I'm merely stating the facts here. I'm surprised that Kevin kept this from you. By the way, I let Kevin's mother know what kind of person you really are.
What did you say to her?
I told her that you knew how important it was for you as Kevin's wife to move in with them after you two are married. Kevin's mother really appreciated the fact that you were willing to move in with them. She was thrilled. Kevin's first wife moved in with them, but she had enough after 6 months of living together. And Kevin's second wife was resistant to moving in from the beginning. She's so happy that Kevin met you.
This is the first time I'm hearing of this. Kevin didn't say a word to me. I am not going to move in with Kevin's parents.
I guess you should say that to Kevin and his parents because they seem to think otherwise. But if you tell them how you really feel, Kevin may rethink his marriage to you. Is that really what you want? I mean, you were so desperate to get married. I can't see you meeting another man anytime soon.
I am not going to live with Kevin's parents, but I can persuade him to still marry me. I'm sure that he'll understand where I'm coming from.
Are you sure about that? Kevin's really old-fashioned in his way of thinking. And he loves his mother too much. He probably loves her more than he loves you. The two are inseparable, so I think that you'll have a hard time persuading them.
Really? I didn't know that Kevin was so close to his mother. What am I supposed to do then?
Also, I had a chat with Alan. I showed him all the messages that you sent me up until now.
Why would you do that?
I was angry, and I wanted him to know what you were doing to me. We both don't intend on coming over to your parents' house as long as you live there. And you won't be hearing from either of us again.
Why is Alan upset with me too?
He's upset because you don't know how to be nice to me. He used to love you, but after he saw how you were treating me, he was pretty upset. If you decide to move in with Kevin's parents, we can go see your parents whenever we want to. Don't you think that moving in with Kevin's parents is the best thing for everyone in this family?
Please ask Alan to forgive me. My mother will be upset if she finds out that Alan's angry with me.
This is your mess. You need to figure out a way to fix this yourself. Say hi to your new mother-in-law for me. Please don't message me ever again. Bye! Karen explained to Kevin that she wanted to continue to live with her parents and she asked him to move in with her. Kevin didn't want that because he didn't want to be separated from his own parents. Kevin told Karen that he would call off their engagement if she didn't agree to live with his parents, and if their engagement were to be called off, he would be asking her to pay him alimony. In the end, Karen ended up marrying Kevin and putting his needs before her own. But things didn't go so well for Karen. She found it tough and miserable to be living with her in-laws. On top of that, she saw that Kevin had to use a majority of his earnings to pay for child support for the children that he already had with his previous 2 wives. That didn't leave much money for Kevin and Karen, and so they were forced to live a frugal life. Also, Kevin cared a great deal for his mother and didn't pay much attention to Karen, which left her feeling very lonely. I guess karma gave Karen what she deserved in the end.
Hey, you old hag. Where's my money? Just how long are you going to try and keep me waiting before you cough up what's mine? Huh? Don't you know that you're supposed to give me my allowance today? I thought I told you that I wanted you to pay me on time every single day. Or is that too hard to figure out for a stupid woman like you? Ginny, I believe that you and I have already talked about your allowance. I told you that last month was going to be the last time that I gave you any money, remember? I told you that because you were starting college that you would be on your own, remember? I explained to you that the allowance would end when you finished high school. We talked about this and you said that you understood what I was saying. What on earth are you talking about? I never, ever remember talking about anything like that at all. You were just delusional and trying to cheat me out of what's rightfully mine. But now I just need you to shut up and pay me. I'm sick of waiting and I'm even more sick of talking to you. Look, I have told you that I am not going to be paying you anything anymore, okay? And just why do you want money from me so badly? Why can't you go and ask your father for these kinds of things? I knew it. I knew there was no point in trying to talk to a fake mother like you. You know, I never even wanted you to marry my dad, right? I was fine when it was just the 2 of us. You always ruin everything. If you knew what was good for you, you would just shut up and pay me. There's no need to make things this complicated. I'm sorry, Jenny, but if that is the way that you were going to ask for money from me, then I feel even less inclined to pay you than before. Well, it's all your fault that my dad doesn't have any money. I know that you've been using up every last cent of his. He told me all about it. He explained to me how you handle the budget for the house, and that means that you control all of the money. But all I heard when he was telling me that is that you're taking my dad's hard-earned money and using it all for yourself. It's so sad. I can't believe that my dad has been tricked like this. I just wish he would leave you already. You know, sometimes I think about leaving too. But the thing is that isn't a decision that you'll get to make for anyone. That is going to be something that your dad and I talk about and come to a decision on amongst ourselves. But let me make this very clear to you. I am not stealing money or holding your father financially hostage in any way, shape, or form. Okay? I think you might want to go ask your dad about what's really going on one more time. You really have got some nerve, do you know that? Just what makes you think that I want to hear what some old hag like you has to tell me? Anyways, I think I've made myself clear here. Just get the money ready and send it to me as soon as possible, okay? No, it's not okay at all. If you really need money that badly, go and find a job. Daniel, I have seriously had it. I mean it. I am really at my limit right now. I mean, just how long are you going to let Ginny act the way that she does? She is seriously so unbelievable sometimes. Do you know that she thinks that I'm taking all of your money and spending it on myself? This is seriously getting ridiculous.
Oh, come on. She's not that bad. You're just being overdramatic. Besides, you know how girls her age are. But you're the adult. You should just know how to take it and let things slide, right? Surely that isn't too much to ask of you.
Daniel, I am serious. I have half a mind to leave you both. And if nothing happens to change the situation, then I just really might. I mean, just a few minutes ago, she was asking me again about her allowance. But I told her that when she started college that I wasn't going to be giving her any money at all. I told her that if she wanted someone to give her money, she would either have to get a job and get paid by her boss or go and talk to you.
Laura, please. Don't you think you're just being a little bit stingy? You really need to learn to just let things slide and quit getting so upset over everything. I mean, you do know that if you get upset like that you're only going to give yourself more wrinkles, don't you?
Wow. Well, thank you so much for caring about the state of my face. I'm so glad to know that I have people who listen to what I have to say around here. But I have to say that in the 10 years that we've been married, I feel like I've aged at least 30 years. And I think it's high time I try and make up for all the time I've lost dealing with you and Ginny. So you can pack up your bags and just get out right now, Daniel. Hey, you old hag, what the heck is going on here, huh? You better start explaining things to me right now! Hello, Jenny. I was wondering when I was going to hear from you. It's been a while since we've last talked, hasn't it? Is there something that I can help you with? Do you have any idea how pissed I am at you right now? How dare you try and take that attitude with me? Ginny, I really don't think there is any reason to be talking to me like that, even over text. Now, I have no idea what's got you so upset, but I can guess that this little outburst is going to be followed by you trying to ask me for something. I know that I only became your daughter when you married my dad, but that still makes me kind of like your real daughter, right? Wait, what? I have to say that after all that anger and vitriol, I really wasn't expecting you to say something like that. Well, what I mean is that if you're my mom and I'm your daughter, then you need to pay for my school. If you don't, then I'll talk to my dad and make him divorce you. Is that something you want? Wait, what? What is going on here? I just got a letter from my school telling me that my tuition still hasn't been paid. Do you have any idea how embarrassed I was to get that? I went to talk to my dad to ask him why my school wasn't paid for yet, and he told me that you two said that you would pay for it all. So, what I want to know is why you haven't paid my tuition for my program yet, huh? Do you want me to have to drop out or something? Okay, hold on just a second there. First of all, I never, ever said that I was going to be paying for your tuition. Second of all, just why would I be the person paying for your schooling anyways? I mean, you're still living in that house, right? Just when are you going to move out? You really have some nerve to talk to your daughter this way. Honestly, I don't think anyone else in the whole world knows how to piss me off quite like you do. But did you miss the part where I said that I would have my dad divorce you? Because I really will if you're not going to pay for my school. Unless your whole plan this entire time has been to sabotage my education and make me quit. But I won't let you get away with that. It's just unacceptable and you need to cough up the money right now. You really must think the world revolves around you if you think that's any way to get what you want. In fact, reading your messages, I can't help but crack up laughing that you're actually serious about this. Are you kidding me right now? Is that how unseriously you're taking all of this? You have got to be joking with me right now, right? No, I'm very serious actually. But anyways, I guess if you're really saying all that, that means you haven't heard anything from your dad, right? What do you think you're talking about? Didn't you read how I went to my dad and he told me that since you weren't going to pay for my schooling that it would mean that I'd have to drop out? So that's why you need to cough up the money for my tuition right now. If you don't, then I'm really going to make my dad leave you. I am not your mom anymore, Ginny. Wait, what? What are you talking about this time? Wow, you really don't know about this at all. That's actually incredible. Well then, I guess allow me to be the first person to inform you that your father and I have gotten a divorce. In fact, we've been divorced for quite some time now. So if your dad really did tell you that I was going to be paying for your school, then I'm afraid that he was as sorely mistaken as you are. After all, why in the world would I pay for some girl's school who isn't even a part of my family? Wait a second. You mean it? You and my dad are really divorced and you're really not my mom anymore. Oh man, I really wish that I could see your face right now. But yes, in a nutshell, that is what's going on here. And if I can be honest with you, your father was nothing but lousy trash. What is that supposed to mean? I mean that he was using all of his salary to pay off his debt up until recently. But he would also keep taking out loans in the meantime. And anyway, since he was so bad with money and never was good at setting any aside, that's why he can't afford to pay for your school. So I suppose that if you really want to stay in your program, that you'll have to go and earn money yourself. Although I did warn you that you'd have to earlier. But that can't be right. What do you mean that my dad doesn't have any money? You're really trying to tell me that this is all his fault? Ginny, you are not a little girl anymore. You are in college. Do you really just go through life not thinking deeply on anything? Have you really not realized that every time you needed money, it was me that was giving it to you? For 10 years, I've taken care of you as my own daughter. And I would financially support you just like a mother would her own daughter. But I guess you never, ever thought of it in that way, did you? No, it's not like that at all. I always thought that you were paying me with money that my dad was earning. Well, I'm afraid that the money your dad was earning was all going towards his own debt. Every cent that I gave you came from my own earnings. I took care of everything in the house, kept my job, and made sure that you got the support you needed. And yet you insisted on insulting me, calling me an old woman and treating me as if I was a parasite on your family. But now I guess you realize that the only parasites around here were you and your father. So you can threaten me with divorce all you want. It isn't going to change anything now. Whatever happens next is entirely up to your dad and you. Well, wait a second. Does that mean that you're just going to abandon me like this? You're really going to just leave me like this all over a little mistake? Don't you get that you're still like a mother figure or something? Doesn't that mean you have to take care of me? A real mother wouldn't just abandon her daughter like this. Weren't you the one calling me a fake mother anyways? I'm sorry, but it is far too late for you to try and change your tune now. I don't believe it. I can't believe that you're really just going to walk out of our lives and leave us like this. Oh, I think it's perfect. Besides, this is something I've wanted to do for a long time. But I knew that it would be best to wait until you finished high school before leaving your dad. But anyways, I thought you would be a little more grateful to me since I paid for all of your college applications. Although you probably didn't even know that I was the one who did that either. Oh, right, that actually reminds me. You should know that you only have until the end of the month to leave the house. I don't get it. This is all so much at once. What do you mean I'll have to leave the house? I live here. This is my family's house. I'm afraid you were wrong again. This house was just a rental. You can't be serious about that, right? I haven't lied to you about a single thing yet. Why would I lie about this? Anyways, I was also the one paying for our house, but I've already moved out and informed the leasing company that I would like out of my lease. So you basically don't have any choice but to leave. I don't know what you're going to do with your life from here on out, but you're already 18, so you should be able to figure something out. And I really have to move out by the end of the month? But that's in 3 days? Oh yeah, I guess it is. Well, I suppose that means you better get packing, huh? How the heck am I going to move out all of my things in just 3 days? And where the heck am I supposed to go from here? Oh, that? I've already talked to your dad all about that. Wait, really? What did you say to him? Well, I told them that I wanted you both out of the house and that he should look for some place for you both to live. That doesn't solve any of the problems that I have right now. I am trying to ask where the heck I should even go. Yeah, that really isn't my problem. But if you're still in the house after 3 days, legally speaking, you would be trespassing. And then I suppose that would mean the police would have to get involved, and I don't think any of us want that, so. Well, what about my school? They are demanding that I pay my tuition or else I'll have to drop out. Oh man, sounds rough. Oh, come on. Is that really all you have to say to me about this? I thought you were my mother. We've already talked about that. I am not your mom, and I don't owe you anything. If you want to go ask your father, maybe you can convince him to take out even more money to pay for your school. Otherwise, you'll just have to go into debt to pay for it. Either that, or you can go out and find a job. Because I already told your dad that I was done paying for anything of yours. But anyways, if you're looking for someone to blame for all of your money troubles right now, I would go talk to your dad. But this can't be. Neither my dad or I have a single cent left, and now we're about to be kicked out. What are we supposed to do, Mom? Sorry, were you talking to me? Because I don't know where your mom is. What are you talking about? You've always been my mom. I've always thought of you that way. Okay, now we both know that is just a lie. But anyways, your father and I are divorced now, which means that you're finally free from me. I thought this is what you wanted. Anyways, this conversation is just going in circles now. Have a nice life, Jenny. Or don't. I don't really care either way. In the end, Jenny and Daniel barely managed to pack up all their things before they had to leave the house and found themselves homeless. The next semester rolled around and, unable to pay, Jenny was forced to drop out. She tried to reach out to me again, begging for money, a house, food, anything. But I told her that she wasn't getting a penny from me. She thought that I was the one stealing all of her father's money, but he was the one who wouldn't have been able to survive without my help. I tried to warn Jenny that she would have to be more self-sufficient, but she just wouldn't listen. So I really just can't bring myself to feel any kind of pity for her. If you ask me, Jenny and her dad got exactly what they deserved. As for me, after my divorce from Daniel, I moved back to live with my parents for a little bit. I explained what I had been through, and they were more than happy to take me in while I found my feet. It really just goes to show you how important being kind is to those who care about you. You never know when you're going to need help, and it's good to have connections with people who care about you. Even if it wasn't my parents, I had plenty of people who I could go to for help because I always approached the issue of asking for it with humility and tact. I can only hope that Jenny learns a similar lesson as she grows up and gets to reflect on her words and actions.
Hey there, Hillary. I just saw that you made reservations at my husband's restaurant, but was that a mistake by chance? Or were you just too stupid that you forgot where you were making a reservation at?
Rhonda, what are you talking about, and what makes you think that you can talk to me that way this early into a conversation?
Well, I'm just saying, you do know that my husband's restaurant is one of the top French restaurants in the whole city, right? And I really don't think it's the kind of place that people of your standing can afford to eat out at.
If you must know, we are going out to celebrate our anniversary. That's why we're splurging and chose your husband's restaurant. In fact, we're really looking forward to getting to eat out there since it's so difficult to get reservations in the first place.
Wait a second. You mean that you were going to come in to celebrate yours and your husband's wedding anniversary? You were really going to come out to my husband's restaurant to do that? Don't you think that doing something like that to celebrate your anniversary is just a little, I don't know, childish? Not really. How is a dinner date with your husband childish at all? And even if it were, it's not really any of your business how we decide to enjoy our anniversary. And it's even less of your business to even be commenting on it. But you're the ones that are going to be coming to our restaurant, yes? So surely I'm allowed to have feelings about it. Besides, you know that a French restaurant is a very grown-up place, don't you? We can't have children like you and your husband ruining the atmosphere for everyone. Well, thankfully, there won't be any children there anyways. My parents were going to watch our kids while we go out. So this was just going to be a date for the two of us, so you can rest easy knowing that no children are going to be there while we're at your restaurant. Wow, you mean you even went so far as to find sitters for your silly little date? But can you really even call yourself a mother if that's how you treat your kids? You just slough off having to watch them so that you and your husband can pretend that you two are kids again? Is that really what you think a good parent does? Rhonda, I think that you are acting absolutely ridiculous right now. I mean, what are you even complaining about at this point? The fact of the matter is that we called to make a reservation and the restaurant accepted it. I really don't see what the point is in dragging out the topic any longer than that. It's already done. More importantly, like I said, this really doesn't have anything to do with you anyways, so I would appreciate it if you could just mind your own business. You really have some nerve talking to me like that. Don't you know who I am, after all? I think that you're the wife of the person who actually owns the business that you're talking about. So I don't really see why you think you can tell my husband and I where we can or can't eat. So if you could just let my husband and I enjoy our anniversary in peace, that would be greatly appreciated. It's just really sad. I can't help but feel bad for you. I mean, I know how poor you and your husband really are. I bet that even if you two could eat at our place, that you would only order the cheapest things on the menu and then leave without even leaving a tip for the waitstaff. Why are you being like this, Rhonda? There is no need to be this rude, you know. And we are more than able to afford eating at your restaurant, thank you very much. I don't know where you got the idea that my husband and I were poor, but it simply isn't true at all. What are you talking about? Of course you're poor. I mean, I've seen the way that your son dresses. He only owns one shirt, and don't even get me started on talking about your fashion sense. They aren't rags, it's just that our son really likes that character from his show, so we bought him multiples of the same shirt. You sure do have a lot of excuses ready to go, don't you? You know that you don't have to lie to me, though, right? I am seriously getting sick of you, Rhonda. You need to stop making so many assumptions about my family. And I don't need you speaking bad about my husband or son either, do you understand? We are literally giving your business our money, and you still have the gall to insult me?
Did you really think that we were going to let you into my restaurant when you pulled up in a piece of junk car like that? I don't ever want to see you come near my shop again.
Is this Marcus? As in Rhonda's husband, Marcus? You have really got some nerve kicking my husband and I out of your place like that. Do you know that? But I guess you are the owner after all, aren't you?
That's right. That's why I had to throw you out of my restaurant like scraps to get tossed into the dumpster at the end of the day. After all, my business is my reputation, and I can't have people like you and your husband ruining it.
Well, you should know that Rhonda and I know each other, although I can't exactly say that her and I are good friends at all. But something tells me that you already knew that, and that's why you did what you did.
I don't care about who you know. It doesn't matter to me.
But then, I don't get it. If you didn't kick us out to make your wife happy, then why did you do it?
It is like I already told you. I have to protect my restaurant's reputation. And that means that I can't have any grubby little pores like you running around and ruining people's appetite. Folks like you shouldn't even be allowed to sit down and eat anywhere if you ask me.
Do you really hate people that are less well off than you that much? I know that your restaurant has a reputation of being really fancy, but I think it's just incredibly rude for you to be treating us this way. How can you kick out paying customers who didn't do anything wrong? What kind of business does that? Do you really think that treating your customers like that is going to protect the reputation of your business?
I think that kicking you out is the best possible thing I could have done to keep my real customers happy. Besides, it's clear that if I let you eat, that you wouldn't have been able to pay for anything in the end. You would have just caused a big scene, wouldn't you?
Do you mind telling me just why you think it's okay to look down on my husband and I like this when you don't even know who we are? I would have hoped that we could at least talk about this like adults.
If you think that you're worthy of being treated like that at all from me, then you are sorely mistaken. Ha 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 ha.
And just what makes you say that? What makes you think that you know anything about my husband and I?
Oh, I saw all that I needed to do when your clunker pulled into my parking lot. That told me that all I needed to know about you two.
And tell me, is this a restaurant policy of yours? Because when we did pull in, we didn't see any signs about being judged by what kind of car we would be in. And if you must know, we were in that car because my husband and I were coming to your restaurant straight from work. But what I want to know is where you had specified the kinds of cars that were or weren't allowed to come to your restaurant. Because you can't just make up rules that the customers would have no idea about.
I am getting sick and tired of listening to these poor grumblings. What I want to know from you is why you sought to insult my restaurant by coming in that car of yours. You threw the first stone when you failed to show the proper level of respect to my establishment. Got it?
I'm sorry, but kicking us out is going to be the worst decision that you ever made as a restaurateur. You are finished after this.
Oh yeah? I would have liked to see you try and take me down. You can't do anything to me.
Oh, you're right. I won't be the one taking you down, though. That job will go to my husband. You might want to start looking into another industry because your restaurant, as you know it, is basically done for.
Ha 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 ha. You poor folks really say the craziest things sometimes. Do you know that? What could you or your husband do to affect my restaurant at all?
Well, you do know that my husband manages an important trading company, don't you?
What trading company are you talking about? Have you actually lost your mind or something?
No, I'm being completely serious with you. The fact of the matter is that neither my husband nor I are poor in the slightest.
But that can't be right. You showed up to my restaurant in your crappy little car. Only a poor person would have a car like that.
Well, we got a call from a client saying they needed some help moving some things, so that's what we were busy doing until our reservation. We went to go and help a client of ours so that we could protect the reputation of our business. Sound familiar? And thankfully, we could do everything we needed with that little truck, so that's what he used.
Oh, come on. You really expect me to believe all that?
I don't care if you don't. The fact of the matter is that it's true. And now my husband is going to make you rue the day that you were born. So prepare to kiss your restaurant goodbye.
I don't care what you say. If you're having to help out your clients yourself, then your company surely can't be that big. You're probably just mid to small size little mom and pop shop that thinks you're far important than you really are.
Do you have any idea what being a trading company even means? We move the goods that keep society flowing. So the French imports that your place relies on to promote itself as authentic, for example, are carried through our freight.
Wait, what? No, that can't be right at all. This is ridiculous.
Are you sure about that? I guess we'll see who is right tomorrow then, won't we? We're going to make you regret the way that you treated us. It's going to be too fun watching you crash and burn.
You really think that you could scare me with these empty threats? I'm not scared of you. I'll never be scared of what some pathetic little person who doesn't understand how the world works has to say to me.
Well, okay then. If you're really still not going to apologize after all I've told you, you'll just have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. I hope business goes well for you.
Hey, it's Hillary, right? You need to get in contact with your husband right away. How am I supposed to do business like this, huh?
I'm sorry, but you're going to have to be a little more specific with that. I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, is that any way to speak to someone that you're going to have to beg for help?
You really think that you're going to get away with this? You're going to drive me into the ground at this point.
So I take it that means you haven't gotten some of the shipments of food you need to run your business for the day, right? I did try to warn you that something like this would happen, didn't I?
This isn't a joke, okay? Did you read the message that I sent you? How in the world am I supposed to operate my business like this? I know that this is your doing. You were the one saying all those weird things to me yesterday. But I need the food here now. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to open.
So then you're reaching out to me because you think that I can help you get those supplies that you so desperately need? Because honestly, I don't really feel all that obligated to help you out at all. And my husband feels the same way too.
Are you kidding me? I am being serious here. You can't do this to me.
In fact, we were actually reading some review of your restaurant last night, and while everyone seems to agree that the prices are high, the reviews of the food itself are quite mixed.
You're talking about my restaurant? That can't be right at all. And anyone who thinks that my food isn't good needs to have their tongue medically examined.
Are you sure about that? I suppose I can't exactly say for myself since you kicked my husband and I out of your place before we could make up our minds. After all, that was one of the reasons why we chose to go to your place to begin with.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, I actually wanted to go to a different place for our anniversary, but my husband insisted that we go to your place. We were worried about having to take our children with us at first, and I told my husband that they wouldn't enjoy French food. But then, when my parents said they could watch our kids, there was basically nothing else keeping us from going.
That still doesn't explain anything to me at all. Just tell me why you're doing this to me.
Well, my husband really enjoys eating out at the restaurants that he helps supply food to, though if your character is anything to base your food off of, it must not be that great anyway.
Those two things have nothing to do with one another. You can't just judge my cooking when you haven't even tried it.
Well, I suppose it's far too late to try and remedy that now, right?
No. The problem here is that your husband is trying to hold me and my restaurant hostage right now.
And I'm not sure what any of that has to do with me, personally.
Oh, come on. Surely this has to go against some contract that him and I have had to have signed to do business, right? I order goods and he delivers them. I paid for a service that he isn't providing. Doesn't he know I could sue him for this?
You might have a point there if it weren't for the fact that you've been paying on credit for some time now.
Wait, how do you know about that?
Because the person you do your business with is my husband. Not that you even noticed when we were in the restaurant, though. Anyways, my husband told his overseers to stop any shipments to your restaurant until you've cleared your tab with his company. It's either that or you'll have to find a new supplier.
I don't believe it. Your husband would really do that to me?
That's right. But if you'd like to complain about it, I'd rather you direct your complaints to him instead. I can't really do anything, and I certainly don't want to read all your complaints through text.
Well, the only reason I'm reaching out to you is because I don't know how to reach your husband. And just how was I supposed to know he was some big business guy anyways? Besides, he can't just involve our businesses in what is clearly a personal dispute. It's cowardly!
Really? You think that doing something like this is cowardly?
Of course it is! What kind of professional even acts like this? It's just ridiculous!
That's funny, because I was thinking the exact same thing yesterday.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh?
Well, I suppose you've heard a little bit about us from your wife, right?
Well, sure, she talks about you now and then, but I only half pay attention, really.
And I suppose it's probably because of your wife that you think my husband and I are so poor, right? And that's what led to you treating us the way that you did. You didn't treat us like customers, you treated us like garbage.
But I mean, the truck that you guys come in was filthy. How was I supposed to know that you weren't really poor?
I don't know why you think you can guess that much about people's lives just from the car that they drive. But I guess that's all the reason you need to chase us out, though. Now you tell me, is that any way for a professional to act towards his customers? I don't think someone like you even deserves to have a business, personally.
So what? You're really just going to ruin all the hard work I've done because you don't like me?
No, Marcus. What happens next is entirely up to you. If you can find another seller, then you should be able to be back up and running by next week. Otherwise, you can pay the debts that you already owe to my husband. It's entirely in your hands.
Hillary, can you please tell your husband to stop this? I'm begging you.
You mean you want me to talk to him on your behalf?
That's right. If we can't get our supplies in right now, then things are going to be really bad. I don't know how long it's going to take to find a supplier that can get me everything that I need. I don't know how long my restaurant is going to stay open without the food coming in from your husband.
A very interesting proposal, but I think I'm going to pass.
Please, you can't do this to me. I'm really begging you here. I need your help.
And I'm telling you that I don't think I owe you anything after the way that you treated my husband and I. You and your horrible wife. Although I guess I see how you two ended up together now.
Okay, that is it. You can talk bad about me all you want, but you will not talk bad about my wife.
I think I just did. And I was really only being honest. You two really are a good match for each other, it seems. But don't worry. You aren't ever going to see my husband or I in your restaurant ever again. For however long it manages to stay open, that is. Have a nice life after that happens, jerk. After that, Marcus tried desperately to look for a new supplier to bring him the ingredients that he needed to stay open. Meanwhile, the bad reviews of his restaurant continued to gain attention as people wondered why the restaurant was closed on days it would normally be open. And why were they missing so many things from their menu? Needless to say, the restaurant was on its final legs. I heard that Marcus and Rhonda started getting into more and more fights after that, and in the end, they divorced. It was then that Marcus came to my husband begging for his help. But he simply ignored him. Marcus was only going deeper and deeper into debt until he was eventually forced to declare bankruptcy. But I say that he and his wife got exactly what they deserved. As for my husband and I, our lives really didn't change much. We offered special deals with other French restaurants in town who needed similar ingredients as what Marcus normally ordered from us. In this way, we didn't have to let any stock go to waste and were able to divert what Marcus would buy into other customers' businesses. And now, with Marcus's restaurant out of the way, there was actually a flourishing of French places to eat in town. So in a way, Marcus's restaurant failing has now put our town on the map as a hub of French cuisine. I guess it just goes to show you that you should never assume you're too big to fail.